something to the fellas.
Talk to me.
Don't let a woman speed up your process.
Nigga.
Say it all the time, man.
Don't let the woman, cause she might see you as a project, and so she's like, okay, like he's here and he could be here, and then he could get here so much faster. Like he needs to make this much per month. Like he could do it. Like, and you may really be able to do it.
Yeah.
But that might not be the timing.
Talk about
for how your stuff is supposed to flow. And even when you working your ass off, you working hard, you pouring in everything. There's a certain serendipity in life that you just can't control certain stuff. A lot of times it's just a matter of being prepared. But this woman, sometimes, depending on, not speaking for all, but if they're trying to rush your process, it's almost like maybe I'll use a gym analogy. Maybe you got the potential to be like swollest dude in the world. But somebody like, hey, faster, 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 faster. So you do steroids to get there.
Ooh.
But you don't mess yourself up.
Mess yourself up.
Long term, short term, like you've messed yourself up. You're not even gonna be able to make it for the long run, or maybe you moving in a way that you're actually not supposed to be doing and growing. And then the same thing can happen when someone's like, all right, speed it up, speed it up, speed it up. Maybe you do got the potential to be that, but if you're not doing it in the time that you're actually supposed to be doing it, or it's like spiritually in harmony with you, you can mess yourself up, find yourself off track.
100%.
It's not sustainable.
It's not. That's the word. It's not sustainable. And then on top of that, it's like whenever a woman trying to rush your process, you gotta ask her: is you gonna rush the baby that's in your stomach when you have one? No, you want your baby to go through the full developmental process so it could be healthy, right? And then after it come out, you want it to go through the healthy stages of growth and development. We look at kids and be like, you don't want the kids to grow up too fast. They being too grown. But you get with a man and you see that he's not where he's supposed to be, but you see the potential and he making strides, and you want to expedite that process because it's to your benefit and your gain. And that puts a man in a predicament where if he tries to do that, he gonna lose himself. And that's why it's important to know yourself as a man. And because women have to play the game through manipulation. That's just what it is. As men, we can physically maneuver the world. This is the facts of the matter. I always tell, don't hate the game, learn it. Understand how players play. Being a player don't necessarily mean you're playing a mind game. It just, listen, if a man is 6'4" and he can physically do something, a woman has to use her mind to move it. So it's like, a woman can't walk up and say, Justin, do that. I'm gonna make you do it. She gotta find her way to get her way. So she might do it with an attitude. She might do it with a tear. She might do it with soaking and stuff. They find different ways to craft and maneuver and manipulate, right? Manipulation don't always mean that they have ill intent. It just means that that's the way they play the game. So if you're in a situation where a woman is trying to push you to become better, she tends to do it by way of manipulation. Maybe she's doing it with comparisons. Maybe she's doing it by saying she wants stuff. Because you got to think, if a woman puts something on the menu, 9 times out of 10 as a man, if you really fuck with her, you're going to try to fulfill it. So if she like, yeah, because I really want to go see Miami, and she never been, you start crafting up the weight. How much this flight's going to be? So if she just subtly doing things like this, that's also paying dividend to rushing your process, because now you wasn't even thinking about Miami when you woke up. You wasn't even thinking about spending no money on that. You was thinking about doing some whole other shit, but she made a subtle suggestion and now you're on that. But when you know yourself, you can't be manipulated because you understand that those aren't my thoughts. I'm not about to inherently adapt your thoughts because this what you present. I used to have an ex that used to just bring shit to me. And I'm like, look, stop bringing shit to me, because when you bring shit to me, I start trying to formulate ways to get it done. So I got to stop you from, not saying you can't dream and all of that, but we're going to put a boundary on this because I'm not about to be sitting here going through my day thinking about all of your impulsive ass thoughts that keep changing every 2 seconds. You know what I mean?
Side note real quick. So back to the idea of, when people know you before you know them.
Yeah.
Have you guys experienced when people kind of come to you guys with a perception of you and assuming you are a certain way? Like I said, they come to him with the whole wife material shit. Do they say, I also think you're a certain way and this and that? And
I get the same thing. And it's like, I have my spiritual, upstanding citizen, great man ways. Yeah. And then I got the nigga about me.
That's what I be saying. I'm a gentle nigga.
He got that flies in him. That's the flies.
I'm a gentle man, but I'm nigga's there. Like, the nigga is there, too. And I think the wild thing is when you have a certain voice or you have a certain level of intellect,
100%,
certain level of like consciousness.
Yeah. Grand rising.
on a side note, I think, and this is a quick side note, I think black community does a disservice to black male intellectuals because we're not allowed to just be smart. We got to be conscious. And so then they box us in. But like, white intellectuals, they just get to be intellectuals. But in a black man, if he's talking in-depth things, it's like, oh, he's conscious. So then you just get boxed in. 100%. But
that was a side note from the other point of the perception.
Yeah, it ties in.
Okay.
But perception-wise, it's like, I'm a great man, but then it's also like I got my nigga aspects too. Like I like twerk videos.
Yeah.
I like big booties. Yeah. I like, you know what I'm saying? I like giving me a little something. But
still a nigga.
Still a nigga. Like I ain't a nigga.
But let's say like take somebody like Martin Luther King, right?
Mm-hmm.
He had a lot of sauce.
Don't put the white holes on. Don't put the white hole smut on his name.
I ain't go there now. But if anybody deserved it, but anyway. Just saying, we be giving the wrong niggas a hard time. But,
so he needed a hard time. I'm
just saying, like, okay, Snoop Dogg married. Love Snoop Dogg. We all love Snoop Dogg. We could walk outside, see Snoop Dogg having an orgy right now. We say, oh my gosh, just Snoop Dogg. Hilarious. Go about your day. You don't lose those endorsements. No, his legacy is not affected at all.
Mm-hmm.
Take somebody like Martin Luther King, sacrificing his whole life, marching. He getting beat.
He not allowed to be human.
He get a little bit of something he ain't supposed to have. Now all of a sudden affect his legacy. We get the wrong ones a hard time. That's all I'm saying.
I get what you mean.
If they was black, I don't know if people be mad. If they was some black holes, I don't know if he was.
All right, wait.
Circumstance definitely. I understand. Like,
no, wait.
But go. I wanted you to land on the other.
I'm gonna land. But it's the catch-22. All right, so say it's a black man running through white women. They say, oh, he a sellout because he running through white women. Mm-hmm. Say it's a black man running through black women. How could you treat the black women like that? There's no winning in running through women.
Yeah, no.
It's just is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But tying back into what I'm saying about when you're seen in a certain light and women respect you.
Yeah.
Women respect Martin Luther King, but if they had a chance to talk to him, they wouldn't necessarily feel comfortable like trying to hook up with him because they see him in such a high light.
Yeah.
And so like with a person like myself, it's like, okay, I have these high values, morals, all these things, but at the same time, like I'm a man too.
Yeah.
And so women to come to me, more so looking at me through the Martin Luther King lens.
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel like, dang, I'd be doing her a disservice if I was even to try to come on to her because she look at me so highly.
Yeah.
So that can be an added weight.
Oh, dog.
You got he like, damn, I gotta. No, but I understand that the conscious decision to pass up on them opportunities because sometimes you gotta just let a person just see you how they see you and leave it there.
But then you know your power too. Like that's a high level of power for somebody 100%. To see you in that light. So
that's what I was saying earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I got a homeboy. And I mean, we both be on nigga shit at times, but he be on nigga shit.
He allowed to get away with it a little
far more than I.
He higher on the spectrum of nigga shit.
He's, you know what I'm saying?
That nigga, I just be doing nigga shit. This nigga be doing that nigga.
Like
shit.
I go to a girl house and be like, yeah, man, we just talked. I taught her how to play chess. You know, we read a couple books, and then my homeboy be like, nigga, get to the good part. You ain't hit. No, bro. I just want him saying she's a good person. I'm actually
play chess. That's a new one.
You don't even know respect, man. You better than me, Justin. And so, you know. We where was I with this?
We talking about we still on the fact how it could be looked at.
You calling yourself Martin Luther King?
Yeah, no, he was dissociating himself. He was saying he get looked at like that, but he want to still be a nigga, and you know, but you know.
Real quick, I want to say as well why you figuring that that spot out. I will say just to that was a big thing about us coming together with this platform because we understood that there is like a misconception and a void of the idea of just intellectual black men. Just being a man, also being being dumb ain't never been cool to me. So I don't give a fuck what you doing in your life, and you got money.
Be smart.
Yeah, you got money. You in the streets. You got a job. Being dumb ain't never been in whatever. So being an intellectual black man, I understand what you're saying. It is like a weird one. We already know the idea of a man now is just controversial in general. So then you add just a layer of like, no, I'm an intellectual black man. I have a sense of value for myself, a sense of direction and standard and qualities. And it's like, whoa, who this nigga like he is?
So this the thing though, like I understand that because I felt like I had like a 2-year, when I first put out my first book, I felt like they were trying to get me, box me in that, like, yeah, this the author, you can't. And I went through an internalized phase where I'm like really conscious of my decisions I'm making, but I'm like, I'm like, man, fuck